Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Please leave us 5-star rating and review. While you're doing that, I'm going to go get to these sponsors and tune in today's episode. Thank you very much and enjoy the show. The more you learn, the more you earn. AI, Affiliate Institute, is an educational platform specialized in teaching affiliate marketing. Who's it for? Those who are struggling to build an online digital business or struggling with their business. Those who wants to build an online digital business. You're learning new skills to build an online digital business, such as copywriting, financing, funnels, content 101, entrepreneurship, influence, creativity, content creation, all that you were able to learn from 6 to 7 and 8 figure earners and much more. Go ahead and get your free playbook from Julian at JaronMitchellsMasterclass.com. My gift to you and Julian's gift to you about affiliate playbook. Go to JaronMitchellsMasterclass.com and go ahead and pick up your free playbook. A free affiliate playbook. JaronMasterclass.com. The more you learn, the more you earn. Welcome. You are tuned into the podcast Expand and to build upon your creativity, imagination, and innovation. Everything is created twice. First in the mind, then it becomes a reality. Wherever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. And having creativity, having imagination, being innovative takes being bold, courageous, authentic. And even though the success, the creation has not become physical reality yet, but you take personal initiative and have that go-getter energy. Instead of for waiting things to happen, you create things to happen. You make things happen. Because you know that the richest place is a graveyard where your dreams, ideas, and everything else die along with you because you did not have the courage to pursue them. So work like a slave, then you can eat like a king, but always create like a god. This is your man, your host, Jaron Mitchell, aka Jaron Winning Mitchell, because I believe I am a winner, and you as a winner as well. Welcome to today's show. Today's topic I'll be talking about is what you focus on, you create. Okay, what you focus on, you create. And if you're new to the show, welcome to the show. Make sure you go ahead and listen to the first episode. Nothing is original and how to become original is the first 2 episodes, which I think those are pretty good episodes. Could be wrong on that. And rest may be garbage. Who knows? Because we are at 100 plus in. And so today's topic I'm going to be talking about is what you focus on, you create. I noticed I didn't have this on there. I did talk about this. I don't remember what episode at the moment. But I did talk about this on this podcast, is that what you focus on, you create. And that's how you can create your reality. And this is how much you can, this is how you can create. Because we all creators, right? I already mentioned that before. We all co-creators on our own reality. We focus on something, we create it. And some people get angry, and that's when they focus and they want to get angry competition. More of that. You can go listen to Dre Baldwin podcast, Working Your Game. Not sponsored, but I just love his podcast, and I like you guys to listen to it as well. And let you guys know that that podcast is not for everyone. This podcast ain't for everyone either. Okay? But welcome. You here? Let's see how it goes. And I don't see how it goes, but if you're new, welcome. And if you've been listening, thank you for listening all this time. And let's go ahead and get to these points, which is point number 1, today's topic, which is what you focus on, you create. Okay, the human mind can only focus one thing at a time. There's a book that I mentioned before called The One Thing. Okay, The One Thing. Okay, the one thing it's talking about, we only can basically is how to build your productivity, your productivity. Okay, work on your productivity, how to be more productive. Okay, doing more, which we're gonna get to the next point. Which doing more, we're not going to get to yet, but doing more can actually prevent you from doing things, and not even that. Multitasking is a myth. Okay, it is a straight up myth. What you're doing is task switching. Okay, I mentioned that before. We're task switching. We're not actually focused on. We're doing one task and we switch to another task. Okay, that's task switching, which it hinders your productivity. Okay, if you just switching a whole multiple things at a time, you're not focused. Okay, you're not focused on that one thing. Do that at least 1 hour, 2 hours, or possibly whatever you need to do. Then you can work on another thing. Okay, but task switching, that's what we're doing. We're not multitasking. Multitasking is just nothing but a myth because of what we focus on, recreate. Okay, focus on that for an hour. Get what you gotta write. Focus on and writing for an hour. Okay, then you can focus on the next thing. Next thing, which leads up to point number two, which today's topic, which is what we focus on, recreate, which is the 80-20 rule, Pareto's principle, which states 80% of the results is 20% of the effort. Okay, and if y'all notice, you may say, what does this have to do, Jaron? Yesterday you was talking about, the 10x rule, how to be omnipotent, increase your engagement, increase your activities, which you got to be focused. Okay, you got to focus. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create these podcast episodes for like 2 3 hours. Okay, create a couple episodes, then go on to Facebook, and then I engage with my audience for like an hour. For an hour, 2 hours, I engage, do some other engagement, talk to people, follow up on my V's and all that. You focusing, you're doing 80% of your effort. I mean, 20% of your efforts can lead up to 80% of the results. Okay, and this goes for the opposite. 80% of the effort can go to 20% of the results. Okay, so we got to focus. You got some things we have to focus on. All right. So with that, that also the book, The One Thing, also talks about this. Talks about the Pareto's law, 80-20 rule, and the most famous one, which I don't talk much about it, which is the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Okay, that book, that's a great book. I'm gonna have to probably listen to that book again or read the book because I have both the audio book and the book, actually the actual physical book. Book is a great book. It teaches you, basically getting doing less. No, doing You're getting a lot done, but you're doing less. Okay, that's the reason why I'll say this for this podcast, right? I see me go on a hiatus, right? Like, was it like in June, or no? Was it June or May? I think it was May. Okay, it was May, around that month. That's because I felt like that I was rushing things. I felt like I was rushing my podcast. I wasn't getting much done. What I needed to get done, and that's what led me to, like, let me go on a hiatus. Let me batch my content up. Let me build a whole bunch. Let me get my content so that way I can release every single day, release one at a time. Then I can record what's on that mind in that moment. Okay, because I already make the, like, when I want to create, that's how I want to do it. When I create something, I want the freshness. I want that freshness that's already in my mind. I came up with the idea. I can look into it, and that day I can start recording. Okay, I don't want to be, oh yeah, I got this already set up. I'm behind. I want to do this, do more. No, I want the freshness because that's where I want to get the meat and potatoes to give to you guys. I feel like I wasn't giving you guys much value. I felt that I was rushing things, and I believe I was because doing this every single day was the first time I'm ever doing it. It was hard. I mean, it was getting hard, but I was making it harder for myself because I was not. I was telling myself, like, man, I already said this, I already done it. Let me go out and do it. No, okay. Let me go ahead. And get on my content. Okay, get on my content out there. Slowly batch up my content so that way it's much easier for me. So it won't be much harder for me. I got all my content batched up. So that way it's still being released every single day, but I'm getting the freshness and giving you guys value of what's going on in my mind instead of waiting a couple days or weeks because I do a lot. I got other stuff I got to do. Okay, so what I want to do is, like, when I gotta come up when I'm driving Uber, or doing other things, and I come up with the episode. Idea. Oh, snaps. Okay, that's a podcast episode. Write it down. Start getting my notes together, and actually give you guys some substance. Okay, some substance where it can stick to your ribs. Okay, where it can stick, so that way you're like, oh, snaps. Okay, I understand what Jaron's saying. That's what I felt. I felt like I wasn't doing that. I felt like I was rushing things. Okay, I know I'm doing it 7 days a week, trying to come up with, doing my best to come up with ideas for y'all to give you guys value, to come up with new episodes every single day, and that's what made me do that. Okay, it was just unannounced. Okay, through my podcast and all that, but now you know on episode 123, and I guess some other ones I talked about as well. But that's the reason why I stopped it for a moment. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in my podcast. I wanted it like 365 days out of the week. This year it just didn't go right. Things didn't go planned the way I wanted to get planned, and I didn't release it right. But it's cool. I'm still continuing it. We still doing it. But that's the reason why I done it. So that way my efforts of 20% can lead up to 80% of the results of the listeners. or even the content that I'm creating. Y'all commenting, y'all getting involved, y'all going downloading Anchor, y'all actually messaging me, asking me questions, um, stuff like that. So that's the reason why I stopped the podcast, because I wasn't getting the results I wanted, because I was doing 80% of the results, and I was getting 20%, I don't know, 80% of the effort and getting 20% of the results, which you want to get to 80% of the results with 20% of the effort. Okay, whatever you got to focus on, you take like at 2 hours, an hour, do it. Okay, which I would say would lead up to point number three, which today's topic, which is what you focus on, you create, is use the compound effect. Okay, use the compound effect, and then that's another book. Okay, I read a lot of books. The compound effect. Okay, what you want to do is do the small things, little increments at a time that will really get results. Okay, I know this podcast, even my YouTube channels and all that. Like, I already got all that stuff batched. Now I can just start leading stuff in, or I can start creating new lives and doing other things and doing all the small things that would lead up to big results, and decreasing the podcast, increasing my activities and other things I want to do. Okay, so that's using the compound effect will help you with your creation. Will help with just doing the small things. You could just do 30 minutes of drawing, 30 minutes an hour, and you're doing that 30 minutes. You're adding up that 30 minutes every single day, or an hour every single day, and you're doing it. You start getting a habit. Okay, now you getting stuff done a lot faster. Okay, let me increase it up to an hour. Okay, you increase it up to an hour. Let me increase it up to an hour and a half. Let me increase it up to to 2 hours. Okay, you're doing it by increments. You're doing it by slowly. You're developing that habit where you're doing it every single day. Then they will end up leading to big results. Okay, that is the compound effect. Okay, so use the compound effect. If y'all struggling to focus, do your focus. Start small. Small first, and that will lead up to big things. So if you want to focus on writing, okay, you could do like, I'm gonna do 500 words per day. Okay, that's my goal. Okay, 500 words per day. I'm typing up 500 words per day, writing whatever, and you do that. You type up 500 words per day, then you want to increase it. Okay, you want to increase. Then you finish that book, whatever you're doing. Okay, I want to do, you know, thousand words a day. Start doing it from there. Then you want to do. Let me add on another 500. Boom, you're getting faster. You're getting faster. You're getting more work done. You're getting stuff done, and it will end up leading big results, because now you got the habit. Now you're much faster of what you're doing. And this is what you're doing: sketching, right? You're doing sketchbook. I'm gonna do drawings. I'm gonna do one drawing a day. You start doing one drawing a day. Okay, I'm gonna do two drawings a day. Start doing two drawings a day. Or I'm gonna practice an hour. I'm gonna practice on my drawing for an hour. I'm gonna do a study on these head drawings for an hour. And you start doing that. And you increase it. Oh, I'm gonna start doing studies for 2 hours. Do these studies for 2 hours. You just drawing heads, drawing, the skeleton and all that, and you building something over time. Pick up the book Compound Effect, 4 hour work week, and the one thing. We're leading up. Okay, let's go ahead and get to point number 4, which today's topic, which is what we focus on, recreate. And what we focus on is it will create your own reality. So when I say create your own reality, it means you're creating. So if you're focusing what you would create, this also works in a negative and positive aspect. Okay, so if you're focusing on the negative, on how this person ripped you off, how this person did this and how you did that, you're focusing on that stuff. You're focusing on this person instead of focus on the stuff that you could create, you could recover. You're focusing on this, you may attract other people, which is the law of magnetism. Okay, you're attracting. I mean, that's a little different. Never mind. That's the law of magnetism. Law of magnetism states that you attract who you are. Now you attract what you are or who you are. So that's not what I'm saying. But you're focusing on this certain thing, and you're saying no to the rest. Okay, that's what focus is. You're focusing on this for whatever it's amount of time, and you're saying no to the rest of the other thing, the rest of the other stuff. Okay, but when you focus on, you're creating your own reality, and the more you use the compound effect, the 80-20 principle, and being tunnel vision of what you're doing for that 2 hours, whatever it is, there's a time to be tunnel vision, there's a time not to be tunnel vision. Okay, so when you focus, you want to be tunnel vision. You want to be straight up tunnel vision where you're focused. You got the thing on, they put on the horses, and they're just focusing on there. They're focusing on whatever that's on the road. Okay, so we can only focus on one thing at a time, And with our creating our own reality, we're creating what we're focused on. We're creating things that we probably don't even need, and that's most likely, we are the problem of our own stuff that we create. We end up doing. So make sure you go ahead and make sure you focus on what you create, which use compound effect in the 80-20 principle. So let's go ahead and recap today's topic, which is what you focus on, you create. Point number one, which is the human mind can only focus on one thing at a time. Okay, be tunnel vision. Be tunnel vision of that 2-hour gap or 2-hour thing you want to be focused on, and do it, and use the 80-20 rule, which is Pareto's principle, Pareto's law, which 80% of the results is 20% of the effort. And that can actually work the opposite way, which 80% of the effort can lead to 20% of the results. So you want to focus on the effort that would lead up to the results. Okay, so do an hour of this you want to do, and you're slowly looking at it. Your ads, your Facebook, your post. You're posting on Instagram, or whatever it is. And I know I said yesterday we had the 10x omnipresent. Yeah, okay, but increase it. You got to learn how to focus on yourself, focus on what you create, focus on what you want to engage for this 30 minutes, this hour to engage with people. Focus on I'm gonna call these my leads. I'm gonna call these people my leads and follow up with them. Okay. Focus on writing, using all that stuff, using the compound effect. Okay. You slowly use the compound effects, which is the small things that end up leading big results. You can do like a whole bunch, like 20, I say 100 push-ups per day, or 20, even 50 push-ups. You add up to 200 push-ups. You're getting your body right. You're still working on your body, and not even that. It leads up to going to the gym. You already have that habit. You already have that small thing going in. You already have that habit. Okay, you have that habit that are we already built in now, because you taking it small. You wake up, you fix your bed every morning. You wake up, you brush your teeth, all that. Okay, so leading up to point number 4, which is it will create your reality. Whatever you focus on, it will create your reality. Okay, that's what focusing does. What you focus on, you create. So if you focus on the negativity, you're gonna create your life full of negativity. If you focus on the positive and getting better, working on yourself and educating yourself, and that's what this podcast is, you're going to get you're going to, all that stuff is going to start changing. Okay, you're looking a bit better. You're writing your goals down every single day. You're focusing on your goals, and you're going to create and going to able to manifest them. Okay, and that's like we said, be, do, and have. You got to be it. You got to have it. And you got to be it, you got to do it, and you can have it. Okay, which is manifestation. Okay, so I'm gonna end it right here. PoFoaks is not where we at, is where we come from, and create like a god. JaronMitchell.com. Did you enjoy today's episode? Make sure you go ahead and leave a 5-star rating and review, so that way we can move up in the rankings on the Apple Podcast, on iTunes, so that way everyone else can see us. And not even that, everyone to see what the Create Like a God podcast is about. And make sure you go ahead and follow me. That'll be Jaron W. Mitchell. That'll be JaronMitchell. And if you want to become a monthly contributor of the Create Like a God podcast, become a supporter. Become a monthly contributor if you want to help me post content every single day. I'm doing it anyway, but actually more efficiently. Okay, so make sure you go ahead. You can contribute to $0.99 per month, $4.99 per month, and $9.99 per month. And that will be you going to anchor.fm/Jaron Mitchell, which is JaronMitchell again. Anchor.fm/Jaron Mitchell, which is JaronMitchell. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. That would be Jaron W. Mitchell. So talk to you guys tomorrow, and thank you. Really appreciate it. The more you learn, the more you earn. AI, Affiliate Institute, is an educational platform specialized in teaching affiliate marketing. Who's it for? Those who are struggling to build an online digital business or struggling with their business. Those who wants to build an online digital business. You're learning new skills to build an online digital business, such as copywriting, financing, funnels, content 101, entrepreneurship, influence, creativity, content creation, all that you were able to learn from 6 to 7 and 8 figure earners, and much more. Go ahead and get your free playbook from Julian at JaronMitchellsMasterclass.com. My gift to you and Julian's gift to you about affiliate playbook. Go to JaronMitchellsMasterclass.com and go ahead and pick up your free playbook. A free affiliate playbook. JaronMasterclass.com. The more you learn, the more you earn.